got to understand something. We got to understand that in order for us to take place in our success to create our future, we got to understand the power of God. Now, look, I grew up into a church. I grew up into reading the Bible every day. I grew up into all that, all right? So when I was young, I seen church as it was stupid. This may confuse you because I was born into church, okay? While I was in church, I was sleeping in church. Sometimes I wouldn't even listen to the pastor. Sometimes I didn't get the message. But the most important thing about me being a Christian at a young age, I understood Christianity. There was no void. Nothing else. I repeat, nothing else had me feeling this way. Without listening to the pastor. Without me listening to the pastor, I understood the life of a Christian. I understood that I am the church, right? So as I got older, I start understanding more. I did not know nothing about spirituality until I just hit like 16, 17. I'm 19. I'll be 20 in 2 months. Okay? I realized a lot. To get from where I was when I was a kid and to be where I'm at now, it's incredible. Because as a kid, I was weak. I let the devil control me. I didn't have all the answers. But I still understood Christianity. I'm going to tell you how. I'm going to tell you how. This is how I understood Christianity. Before I came into this world, this matrix, when I came on my mother's stomach, I seen the purpose. This might seem kind of crazy, but the gospel was enwritten in my soul, my spirit. Peep this. When I turned at least a couple years old to become a student in school, I got into my first fight. Many fights. I got bullied. I didn't go to school looking bummy or stuff like that. I didn't go to school looking dirty. I still got bullied though. I went to school looking handsome. I grew up in kind of like the suburb hood. It's kind of amazing what God has done with me from that age on to 19, 20 years old. A big change, a big solution entered my life when I hit 16. Judgment hit me hard when I was 16. That's when I started to wake up. When I was young, I wanted to kill myself. I wanted to do so many things. But I also wanted to become something. I didn't want to be in the streets because I was raised but it was black people in this type of area. But it was a white environment. I don't call that the hood. What businesses surrounded it. But you had kids that grew up in that area that wanted to be gangsters. And I was the outcast. I was the one like, look, I want to be myself, right? At 8, 7 years old, my mama taught me about the Bible. A little bit more. I had to be responsible to understand scripture, to understand verses, and to understand the key words in the Bible. Ye, thou, shalt, speaketh, soweth, heareth. All these things, I had to recognize it. You know, what's going on right now? Me and my mama talked about this when I was at least 8 years old. From the kidnapping, the kids that's missing, the chip, which is the mark of the beast, coronavirus, floods, earthquakes, hurricanes, the second coming of Jesus Christ. This is real, man. It don't matter, okay, it don't matter if you spiritual or you don't believe in religion, all right? Hear me out. That man is real. Trust me, I know. Ask, and it will be given to you. Listen, and you will hear. I speak this right now. Because as a young kid, I had to understand the language of this universe, which was from thousands of years ago. You see, it's a change coming. A change coming to me. And that change is very powerful. It may have a little materialistic up in it, but hey, I need that to get around. It might have, you know, something that's going to make the haters hate more. But hey, that's me bossing up. You see, when I was younger, my mama showed me a scripture. And it said, you are the chosen one. I chose you out of all of the crowd. Don't that hit a nerve in your head? Because it sure did hit a nerve in my head. And it just boom, boom, boom. It just hit me. It hit me a couple times. And I started looking at my mama like, that's why I'm getting bullied, Mom. She's like, yeah. It wasn't no reason for me to understand why I was getting bullied because it was there. It was already there. And let's talk about turning the other cheek. I did it plenty of times. I learned martial arts my whole life. I know I'm a martial artist, still to this day. I haven't graduated from martial arts because the COVID stuff, me getting locked up, but we're not going to get too deep into that. But I created my own martial art when I was locked up before. I'm a creator. I had a vision of me creating my own business. A hair cutter. Cutting hair. The military, but I can't do that. It's not for me, all right? I'm a warrior of God. Arc warrior of God. Repeat, I am an arc warrior of God. I am not a military slave. I am not a military soldier. See, they can take your life, but they can't take your spirit because that lives on. See, they think people like me, and they see people like me as a crazy, psychotic person. But I'm here to tell you right now, that is not true. That is false. That comes from the enemy. They called Jesus crazy. They called all these biblical characters, all these men that lived to have superpowers and become great. And it had a purpose. Crazy. Why wouldn't they call you crazy if you talking like this? And if you spiritual, you believe in this, the Matrix, and you believe they doing chemtrails, and you believe it's aliens, and you know that Nephilim, the Nuki tribe, all these things. If you know these things from the Book of Enoch, if you studying this, you're not crazy. You're woke. If you can feel your stomach hurting and it's burning, you can feel demonic energy all around you and it's negative. You can feel nothing but negative energy, but you think of positive, and that feeling comes upon you, you know that you're woke. They can't take what can't be taken away from you. It's impossible. This is nothing. This right here, what I'm pointing at in this camera, me, a mirror reflection of me, this is gonna get eaten up by the bugs. Even if you look at this, a mirror reflection of you, your body's gonna get ate up by some bugs. Appreciate what you have today, because tomorrow you won't have it the next day. Tomorrow you may not wake up. Tomorrow you may lose someone that you really love. Trust me. This is deep. The rabbit holes goes even deeper. For the women out there, you are digging a hole for yourself. I repeat, you are digging a hole for yourself. Get it together, because you're going to end up burning. I'm not the judge of that, but I see it. You take a good man for granted and you walk over him. I know it's been men that chase their purpose or even try to lead a woman, and a woman still switch. That's the devil. You can never trust the woman first, man. Trust the Most High first. The Most High will show you what to do. He will give you the signs. He works through you. He speaketh through you. He speaketh through your spirit. It's not you that's speaking. Sometimes it's him. You are an image, a reflection of the Most High, of the universe. He's everywhere. You everywhere too, right? You can drive in your car, go everywhere. Oh, you just stuck in your city or your state. But don't you think, okay, if you have the money, you can fly out, right? If you're rich, you can fly out anywhere. But if you're broke, what can you do? You're still everywhere. When you save your seed, when you put yourself on semen retention and you save your seed, you everywhere, because everybody gonna feel you. It takes nothing but 2 days for that energy level to go up. 3 days for it to be higher. 5 days, your testosterone goes up. Then it lowers back down after a week. It's up to you, my friend. Ladies, gentlemen. If you want to keep digging that hole for yourself, because I'm going to tell you what digging, I'm going to tell you the concept and the vision of what I'm trying to tell you. I'm going to tell you the image or the definition of what I mean. If you dig a hole in the dirt in your yard and it's 5 feet, can you stand in that? Ask yourself, can you stand in a 5 feet hole in the ground that you dig? If you can, okay. What if you dig deeper? 6 feet. I am 6'4". Can you stand in that? If you can, okay. But what if you go 15 feet? If you know that if you keep digging, you're going to be stuck in the ground, why would you keep digging? Make it make sense. Do you want to enter into the underworld? Because that's what you're doing. It's like you're burying yourself, right? Do you want to elevate? Do you want to fly? Because when you fly, it's not levitation. Levitation is part of the satanic rimio. This is a part of the satanic orchestra. Magician. The satanic rituals. But when you fly, you don't have to levitate. Superman didn't levitate off the ground. I mean, he probably did, but that's when he turned evil in Batman vs. Superman. Whew. This is you chasing your purpose in midair. If you this high off the ground, what's that? Can you take off? Or you want to go slow? Everything takes time, but you got to understand, you got to trust the process. Not a lot of people going to listen. Not a lot of people going to take in what I'm saying. I don't care if you don't. I don't care if you like my video. I don't care if you see it. I don't care if you hate what I'm saying. I don't care, because it's in the public. What you think about me doesn't matter to me, because I know my worth. I know I am great. I was about to say, I can't say that. That's too powerful. You ain't ready for that. Understand this. In order to manifest, you got to become aligned with the Most High. I'm gonna repeat this again. In order to manifest, you got to come in line, aligned with the Most High. This is key. Give your life to Christ today. Spirituality is the same thing as Christianity, my baby. I know, because I read the words, the key words, the definitions. This is the same thing as spirituality. They just twisted and shivered a little bit of what Christianity really is. From Buddhism, Hinduism, Christianity, spirituality. Atheists. What do you think atheist is? That's demonic. Wake up. You are what you eat. You are what you do. You are what you take in, meaning energy. You are what you surround yourself around. You are what you think. Understand that. There's a lot to learn in this matrix. And I know I got a lot to learn too. Heaven's right here, man. If you look up in the sky, the heaven's right here. Right above your head. Jehovah is right here with you. With that being said, shalom. God bless you.